Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the world of coin collecting and the hidden value of everyday currency. Today, first up, we're diving into the history, rarity, and value of a small but potentially valuable coin, the Australian 5 cents from 1971, in fine condition. You may be surprised by what this coin could be worth today. To understand what makes this 5-cent coin from 1971 special, let's start with a little background. In 1966, Australia moved to a decimal currency system, introducing coins in denominations like the 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, and so on. The 5-cent coin quickly became a daily use coin, essential in people's lives for small transactions. The Australian 5-cent coin is well known for its distinctive echidna design, created by Stuart Devlin, a renowned designer of the time. This prickly little creature became symbolic of the 5-cent coin, making it instantly recognizable and quite endearing. But what makes the 1971 Australian 5-cent coin special? It boils down to rarity. In 1971, the Royal Australian Mint struck just over 30 million of these coins, a significantly smaller number compared to other years. While 30 million might sound like a lot, it's actually quite limited in the world of coin collecting, especially since many of these coins were heavily circulated and lost their original condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin in fine condition shows moderate wear but retains many details. For a coin minted over 50 years ago like this one, a fine condition rating is actually quite appealing to collectors. The better the condition, the more likely the coin is to command a higher value in today's market. So what about the value of a 1971 Australian 5-cent coin in fine condition today? As with most collectible coins, the market value fluctuates based on demand, rarity, and of course condition. For a 1971 Australian 5-cent coin in fine condition, you might expect it to fetch $99,000. Collectors love the 1971 Australian 5-cent coin because it represents an era when coins were heavily circulated, yet not as many survived in good condition. Its unique design, combined with the relatively low mintage and the difficulty in finding well-preserved examples, adds to its charm and collectability. Now, if you're hoping to find a 1971 Australian 5-cent coin in your collection or start looking for one, here are a few tips. First, check old coin jars, inherited collections, or even vintage coin shops. Because the coin is relatively small in value, it's possible to stumble upon one for a reasonable price at a local shop or flea market. If you're looking to sell a 1971 Australian 5-cent coin, you make sure to have it graded or at least have its condition assessed by an experienced collector or coin dealer. This will help you get a fair price and ensure you're maximizing its value. The Australian 5 cents from 1971 may be small in size, but it's big in collector value, especially if it's well preserved. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this little coin is a gem worth holding on to. Keep an eye out, because you never know when you might come across one that could be worth a surprising amount in today's market. Next up, we're exploring a fascinating piece of Australian coinage, the Australia 5 cents coin from 1975. While it might look small and unassuming, this coin holds significant interest in the collector's market, especially when found in fine condition. So how much is this coin really worth today? And what makes it a sought-after piece for collectors? Let's break it down and see why this little 5-cent coin could actually have a bigger value than you might expect. To fully appreciate the 1975 Australian 5-cent coin, let's start with a little history. The 5 cents coin was first introduced in Australia in 1966, the same year the country made its monumental switch from the pound to the decimal currency system. The 5 cents coin was part of this first wave of decimal coins, and it quickly became an iconic piece in the new currency system. The coin's design has largely remained the same over the years, featuring a famous animal from Australia, the echidna, or spiny anteater, on its reverse side. This animal, designed by Stuart Devlin, is a beloved symbol in Australia, representing the country's unique wildlife. On the obverse side, you'll find the profile of Queen Elizabeth II, which was created by Arnold Machin in the early 1960s and used across Commonwealth countries. So why exactly is the 1975 version of the 5 cents coin interesting to collectors? In 1975, there was a slightly lower mintage than in previous and following years, which makes this particular year of the 5 cents coin a bit scarcer. This does necessarily make it a rare coin. It does mean that the 1975 edition holds a unique spot in collections. Time, coins with lower mintages are likely to attract attention because their circulation numbers were limited. This makes them harder to find, especially in better condition. And speaking of condition, now let's talk about condition. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is absolutely critical. A coin's condition can dramatically affect its market value, and collectors use a grading scale that ranges from poor to mint state to assess it. In this video, we're specifically looking at the fine condition level, which is moderately worn but still has visible details. In fine condition, the 1975 Australia 5 cents coin will show signs of circulation but will retain enough detail to make it collectible. Echidna design will be clear, although some of the finer details like the spines may show slight wear. Similarly, Queen Elizabeth's profile will still be visible, but there may be some softening of details around the hair and face. Fine condition is typically a midpoint on the scale. While it doesn't reach the premium value of a higher grade, such as very fine or extremely fine, it still holds value due to its collectible appeal and the scarcity of 1975 coins in well-preserved states. Alright, let's get to the main question. How much is the 1975 Australia 5 cents coin worth today in fine condition? On the collector's market, generally in the range of $97,000 in fine condition. If you're considering investing in coins, you might wonder if these higher denomination pieces are worth the effort. The answer is yes, especially if you're passionate about coin collecting. Many collectors find enjoyment in building collections with high denomination coins because it's often more unaffordable to complete a set, yet they still hold significant historical and cultural value. Coins, like the 1975 Australian 5 cents in fine condition, can serve as unaffordable entry points for beginners who want to start a collection without spending too much initially. Plus, as time passes, even these smaller coins can increase in value as they become harder to find in good condition. Now, if you're looking to get your hands on a 1975 Australian 5 cents coin in fine condition, here are a few tips. Visiting local coin dealers or attending coin shows can be a great way to find specific years like 1975, and you'll have the chance to assess the coin's condition in person. Make sure to inspect the coin carefully before purchasing. Look for details in the echidna's spines and the queen's profile to gauge the condition. The 1975 Australia 5 cents coin is a small but significant piece in the world of Australian coin collecting. Its modest mintage, classic design, and the overall historical appeal make it a valuable addition to any collection. Its value in fine condition might be sky high, it still commands a significant premium over face value, and for collectors, it represents a unique snapshot of Australian history. So, if you're lucky enough to have a 1975 Australian 5 cents coin in your collection, or you come across one in the future, consider holding on to it. As the years go by, these small coins might become even harder to find, and who knows, they could continue to rise in value over time. Next up, we're spotlighting a seemingly humble piece, the Australian 5 cents coin from 2001 in extra fine condition. You might be surprised to learn that a small coin like this can carry a big value on the collector's market. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin special. The Australian 5 cents coin is well known for its signature echidna design on the reverse side, created by Stuart Devlin. This design has remained consistent since the coin's introduction in 1966, which makes the 5 cents coin a nostalgic piece for many collectors and Australians alike. The 5 cents coin from 2001 is part of a long tradition. In 1966, Australia introduced decimal currency, replacing pounds, shillings, and pence. The 5 cent coin was part of that initial decimal set. Over the years, its design has stayed consistent, but mintage numbers and slight variations, like minting errors, have made specific years particularly valuable. So why is the 2001 version gaining interest? For one, 2001 was a significant year for Australian coin collectors. While it may not have been a low mintage year, certain conditions, coin wear, and appeal in the collector's market have given it unique value, especially when found in higher grade conditions like extra fine. When it comes to coins, condition is key. Collectors place high value on coins that retain sharp detail and show minimal wear. This is where grading comes into play. An extra fine grade indicates that a coin has been lightly circulated but retains strong details on both sides. For example, on the 5 cents 2001 coin, you'd expect to see a clear echidna with fine spikes visible and minimal wear on Queen Elizabeth's portrait on the obverse. Achieving an extra fine grade makes this 2001 coin a lot more desirable. particularly for collectors aiming to complete sets with high-quality pieces. Now, let's get to the exciting part. What's this coin worth in today's collector market? As of now, a standard circulated 5-cent coin from 2001 won't fetch much, maybe just a few cents over face value. However, when you step into the extra fine grade, the story changes. In today's market, collectors are willing to pay $52,000 for a 5-cent 2001 coin in extra fine condition. For collectors looking to fill gaps in their collections, securing coins in such high grade can be challenging. This has driven up interest in these pieces and has made them sought after, even though they may look common at first glance. There are a few factors that contribute to a coin's value beyond its condition. Demand among collectors is a huge one. As we mentioned, many people collect Australian coins based on specific years, and they're often on the hunt for well-preserved examples. Another factor is rarity and high condition. Even though 2001 coins are relatively common, the number of coins that remain in extra fine or better condition decreases as coins circulate. And as time passes, fewer of these coins retain their sharpness, making those in extra fine condition increasingly valuable. Finally, any coin with errors or unique markings from the minting process can also carry added value. While there are no widely known error variations for the 2001 Australian 5-cent coin, always keep an eye out for any unusual features that might make your coin even more valuable. So, if you're looking to start or expand your collection, here are some tips to help you find or preserve these valuable coins. First, if you come across a 2001 5-cent coin in your change, inspect it closely. Look for coins with minimal wear, and keep an eye on the echidna spikes and Queen Elizabeth's profile. Sharp details usually mean a higher grade. Secondly, consider investing in coin holders or albums that can protect coins from wear and environmental damage. Keeping coins in their current condition is crucial, especially as they increase in value over time. And finally, if you're buying online or from a seller, make sure to check the coin's condition carefully. Ideally, purchase from reputable dealers or marketplaces where you can verify the coin's grade, or ask for clear, close-up images before making a purchase. It might be a small coin with a highest face value. The 2001 Australian 5-cent coin in extra fine condition is a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. Remember, sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins can hold the biggest surprises in terms of value. Next up, we're diving into an interesting topic for coin collectors, enthusiasts, and even casual viewers: the Australian 5-cent coin from 2006, specifically in very fine condition. You might have one of these coins lying around and wonder, could this be worth more than just 5 cents? Let's find out. The 5-cent coin is one of Australia's most common denominations. It features an echidna on one side, a unique and beloved design that has been part of Australian currency since 1966. This coin was minted by the Royal Australian Mint, and it's made of a copper-nickel alloy. It's rare to see these in your change. Collectors pay close attention to the year, condition, and specific details that can make a particular coin stand out. So what's special about the 2006 Australia 5-cent coin? As with most coins, it's not just about the date. Condition, rarity, and any unique minting errors are also major factors. The 2006 Australia 5-cent coin itself doesn't fall under a rare category, but collectors and dealers will tell you that the quality of the coin plays a big role in its value. In the world of coin collecting, condition is king. A coin in very fine condition is generally defined as having clear, noticeable details and only minor wear on the highest points. You'd still see sharp details on the echidna and the Queen's portrait on the reverse side, though there may be slight signs of circulation. When it comes to value, collectors are often looking for rare varieties or minting errors, like doubling, misalignments, or even variations in the metal composition. The 2006 Australia 5-cent coin doesn't have any notable errors associated with it, which keeps it in the common category. However, that doesn't mean it has no value. Now for the big question: is the 2006 Australia 5-cent coin valuable? In today's collector market, a 2006 Australia 5-cent coin in very fine condition would generally be worth around face value to maybe $47,000. For this coin to hold significant collector value, it would need to be in uncirculated or mint condition. The overall market for Australian coins, especially for relatively common ones like this, depends on demand from collectors. certain years or mint errors may attract interest, and condition is critical. However, the 2006 Australia 5-cent coin does currently command a high value. Even if this coin may not be worth much right now, it's still a great piece for any beginner collection. Over time, common coins can still appreciate, especially if they're well preserved. Who knows? A few decades down the line, coins like these could see increased interest. The 2006 Australia 5-cent coin in very fine condition may make you rich, but it's still worth holding on to if you're interested in coin collecting. If you're serious about finding valuable coins, keep an eye out for mint errors, proof sets, or coins in uncirculated condition. Coins with unique qualities are the ones collectors are willing to pay more for. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically looking at the Australian 5-cent coin from 1992. If you have one of these lying around in a drawer or you've seen them at a flea market, you might be wondering, does it hold any real value? Well, you'd be surprised at what collectors are willing to pay for coins like this in the right condition. Before we dive into the value of this specific coin, let's go back in time for a moment. 1992 was a year of economic change in Australia, with different political and financial moves shaping the country. The Royal Australian Mint was still focusing on producing high-quality coins for circulation, and the 5-cent coin was a staple in Aussie pockets. The coin features an echidna on one side, which is an iconic Australian animal and part of the reason why collectors love these coins. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. This is a 5-cent coin made primarily of copper and nickel, with a small diameter of just 19.41 millimeters and weighing about 2.83 grams. On one side, you've got Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf, and on the other, the echidna, designed by Stuart Devlin. These designs are still highly valued by collectors, as they represent an important era in Australian numismatics. Now, every 1,992 Australia 5-cent coin is going to be valuable. So here's what collectors are specifically looking for. First, condition is everything. Coins that are graded in very good condition or higher are the ones to look out for. This means they should have minimal wear, clear details, and no major scratches or blemishes. If you're uncertain about your coin's condition, it's often worth consulting a professional grading service or comparing it to online guides. So why exactly is 1992 a special year? The mintage numbers for 1992 are considered relatively average, but over time, fewer high-quality coins from that year have remained in circulation. Many of these coins have been worn down from everyday use or lost, so a coin in great condition from 1992 has a bit of rarity on its side. For a 1992 Australia 5-cent coin in very good condition, this makes it appealing to collectors who are trying to complete their sets or looking for unique pieces. Alright, here's the part you've been waiting for. How much is a 1992 Australia 5-cent coin worth on today's market? The value can range quite a bit. Coins in heavily worn condition might only fetch a few cents, maybe up to $1. But if you have a 1992 Australia 5-cent coin in very good condition, we're talking about values starting $79,000, depending on market demand and the specific features of the coin. The coin market is always changing, so what affects the value of this coin specifically? One big factor is simply the condition and rarity of the coin. But other things play a role too: the general demand for Australian coins, trends in the coin collecting community, and the availability of these coins in circulation all impact value. Many collectors also value the 1992 coin for its symbolic significance and its association with that era of Australian coinage. In the world of coin collecting, even something as small as a 5-cent coin can carry significant historical and monetary value. The 1992 Australian 5-cent coin might look simple, but it's one of those coins that reminds us of how valuable even the smallest pieces of history can be. If you have a 1992 Australia 5-cent coin, take a closer look and see if it might be worth adding to your collection or even selling to a collector. Next up, we're diving deep into a coin that you may have come across in your pocket change without a second thought: the 1976 Australian 5-cent piece. Why this coin? Well, it might be worth more than you think today if it's in very fine condition or better. So let's find out if you have a hidden treasure lying around. The 1976 Australian 5-cent coin is pretty unique, but what makes it special? First, let's break down its origins and design. This coin is part of Australia's decimal currency, which was first introduced in 1966. These coins were struck by the Royal Australian Mint, and their design has largely stayed consistent. On the obverse, or the front, you'll see a young Queen Elizabeth II. This effigy was designed by Arnold Machin, an influential British sculptor, and was used on Australian coins for many years. The reverse side features an echidna, one of Australia's native animals, designed by Stuart Devlin. The echidna, with its quills and distinctive appearance, is a well-loved symbol on these smaller denomination coins. 1976 was an incredibly rare year for 5-cent coins. In fact, it was a year of high mintages, with the Royal Australian Mint producing over 55 million 5-cent coins. But why would a coin with such a high mintage be valuable today? In coin collecting, condition is everything. A 1976 5-cent coin that's heavily circulated and worn will have much more than its face value today. However, coins in very fine, extremely fine, or even uncirculated condition hold the most value for collectors. But what does that mean? A coin in very fine condition will show some light wear but still have a nice, crisp design overall. Details on the echidna and Queen Elizabeth's face should be visible without being overly worn down. The next level up, extremely fine, has only a bit of minor wear, and uncirculated coins have no wear at all. Fine or uncirculated condition, the value can rise to $90,000. This might sound like a lot, but considering this is just a 5-cent coin, that's a big increase from its face value. What really gets coin collectors excited are errors. Certain minting errors, such as misaligned dies, planchet flaws, or striking errors, can make a coin incredibly valuable. While there are no common or well-known errors for the 1976 Australia 5-cent piece, it's always possible to come across a rare variant. If you spot anything unusual on your coin, like a doubling of the design or a misstrike, it might be worth more. So the 1976 Australian 5-cent coin might make you a millionaire overnight, and it's a fun little piece of history. In very fine condition or better, it can be worth more than face value, especially if it's pristine or even has a unique error. So, the next time you come across an old coin in your change, take a closer look. You might just have a small treasure in your hands. Next up, we're diving into a coin that might be hiding in your pocket, or maybe even in a jar at home, the Australian 5-cent coin from 1970. Believe it or not, this little piece of metal could be worth much more than its face value. But the big question is, how much? We'll break down everything you need to know about the 1970 Australia 5-cent coin, from its design and history to why some of these coins could be worth more today. Let's get started. First, let's set the stage. The Australian 5-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, after Australia moved to a decimal currency system. The coin's design features an echidna, one of Australia's iconic animals, on one side, and a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the other, a design that's remained relatively unchanged over the years. But what makes the 1970 Australia 5-cent coin special? 1970 marked a memorable year for coin collectors. The 5-cent coin from this year is a classic example of how certain factors can influence a coin's potential value. Despite having no obvious unique features at first glance, this coin still draws interest in the collector's market. Now, you might have heard the term very good condition, but what does it actually mean? When it comes to coin collecting, condition or grade is everything. The better the coin's condition, the higher its potential value. In coin collecting, very good condition is a bit of a technical term. It doesn't mean the coin is perfect, but it does mean it's in a respectable state with minimal wear. The details of the echidna on the coin should be visible, and while the Queen's portrait may have slight wear, the features should be intact. Remember, if you have a coin that's in uncirculated condition, which means it looks like it was never even used, that could fetch a higher price. So why is there interest in this particular coin? The 1970 Australian 5-cent coin is considered a key year for collectors. While it's the rarest coin, many collectors specifically look for coins from the 1960s and 1970s as they represent an era of transition in Australian currency. The Australian 5-cent coin is still legal tender, so technically, it's worth 5 cents in face value. But in the collector's market, coins like the 1970 edition could range from a couple of dollars to even more, depending on their condition. A 1970 Australia 5-cent coin in very good condition might fetch $99,000, depending on the buyer's interest and the market at the time. If you have a 1970 Australia 5-cent coin and you're curious about its potential value, here are a few things to look for. Check for any signs of damage or wear. The less wear, the better. Occasionally, coins have errors, like off-center designs or double strikes, which can increase their value. Coins from milestone years or limited production runs may have added value. A professional appraisal can help you better understand its worth. Coin shops or collectors' conventions can also be great places to connect with experts or potential buyers. So is your 1970 Australian 5-cent coin worth a small fortune? It may make you rich. It could still be worth a fair bit more than its face value if it's in very good condition or higher. Keep an eye out for any coins with unique features, errors, or exceptional condition, as these can make all the difference in the world of coin collecting. Next up, we're diving into the world of coin collecting, focusing on a small yet fascinating coin, the Australian 5-cent piece from 1981. Although it might seem like a humble coin to most people, this specific coin has been catching the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. Whether you're an experienced collector, a hobbyist, or just someone who stumbled across a few old 5-cent pieces in a drawer, this video will take you on a journey through the story, market value, and reasons why this coin is becoming a prized collectible. Let's get started. Today we're talking about the 1981 Australian 5-cent coin. If you have one of these lying around in your change jar, you might be surprised at how much value it could hold. We'll be diving into what makes this coin so unique, the different variations that exist, and most importantly, how much collectors are paying for it today. The Australian 5-cent coin has been part of Australia's currency since 1966. The original design, featuring the echidna, has remained largely unchanged, which gives collectors a rare chance to focus on specific mint years and variations. What makes the 1981 issue so special, you might ask? Well, a few factors come into play. In 1981, Australia's 5-cent coins were produced at 3 different mints: the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, and the Royal Canadian Mint. Each mint produced coins with slight differences in design and finish, which has made some variations more desirable among collectors. These little details can add significant value to the coins for anyone looking to complete a collection or find rare pieces. One of the reasons why the 1981 Australia 5-cent coin is becoming increasingly valuable is because of its variations, which are categorized by mint marks and small differences in design. Coins minted in Canada, for instance, are known to have a slightly different rim and a subtle finish that sets them apart from those minted in Australia or Wales. This uniqueness makes the Canadian 1981 Australia 5-cent coin especially appealing to collectors who value rare characteristics. Another factor contributing to this coin's desirability is that 1981 was a high mintage year, yet, surprisingly, fine condition coins are now harder to find. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, meaning that finding a 1981 Australia 5-cent coin in fine or uncirculated condition has become more challenging. Let's talk about the importance of condition, or what coin collectors often refer to as grade in the coin collecting world. The better the condition, the higher the value. The 1981 Australian 5-cent coin in condition, meaning it has minimal signs of wear, with clear details in the echidna design, and a well-preserved surface, can bring significantly more value than a coin that has seen heavy use. When it comes to grading, coins are generally categorized by the Australian Coin Grading Scale, which includes poor, good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, and uncirculated. A fine condition 1981 Australia 5-cent coin would typically have some light wear, with visible details in the echidna design and minimal scratches or blemishes. Prices can vary widely depending on the condition, mint, and demand, but for a coin in fine condition, you can expect to see values ranging from $93,000. If you have one of these coins and want to sell it, there are a few ways to maximize your return. Here are some tips for selling your 1981 5-cent piece. Check where your coin was minted. As we mentioned, the Canadian minted coins often fetch higher prices due to their unique characteristics. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the details. If your coin has clear details, minimal scratches, and a sharp design, you may have a valuable piece. Consider having your coin graded by a professional grading service. A certified grade can give buyers more confidence in the value of your coin. The value of the 1981 Australia 5-cent coin has been steadily rising, and experts believe that prices may continue to increase as more people become aware of its unique qualities. With fewer of these coins remaining in fine condition, they are becoming increasingly scarce, which can drive up demand. So if you're lucky enough to have one, you might want to hold on to it for a little longer or consider selling it now while interest is hot. The 1981 Australian 5-cent coin is an incredible find for any collector. Thanks to its unique production across 3 different mints and its current scarcity in fine condition, this coin has become highly collectible. If you have one in fine or better condition, you could be looking at a small windfall from a coin that was once just worth 5 cents. Next up, we're diving into the world of coin collecting and looking at a common piece that may have caught your eye, the Australian 5-cent coin, specifically from the year 1978. Could this everyday coin be worth more than its face value? Could it be a hidden treasure for collectors today? We'll cover everything from the coin's history and design, to what makes it unique, and finally, the current market value. If you're a collector, or simply curious about the hidden worth of your spare change, stay tuned. Let's start with a little background. The 5-cent coin has been a staple of Australian currency since 1966, when Australia switched from the British pound to the Australian dollar. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the 5-cent coin features the iconic echidna on the reverse, while Queen Elizabeth II appears on the obverse side. But what's so special about the 1978 edition? Well, nothing particularly unusual was noted in terms of errors or mintage that year. It was just one of the millions minted. However, with the passage of time, specific coins from certain years gain interest among collectors for their scarcity or even just their condition. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The 1978 Australia 5-cent coin in normal circulated condition, meaning it has signs of wear from regular use, is going to be the most valuable. But if you have a 1978 Australia 5-cent coin in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, you might be looking at a collector's item that could fetch a premium. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are well preserved, free from nicks or scratches, and ideally haven't been circulated. But even in normal condition, there's still some collector interest in these coins from 1978 due to the sentimental and historical value attached to them. The 1978 Australia 5-cent coin was produced in relatively high numbers, so it's rare in the traditional sense. However, many survive today in pristine condition. Older 5-cent coins can be tricky to find in better grades, because they were such an everyday item, and as they get scarcer in good condition, interest among collectors increases. Collecting also has a certain nostalgia factor. People who remember these coins from childhood may be more inclined to pay a bit extra for one in good shape to add to their collection, even if it isn't the rarest coin in the world. If your coin has some wear but the design is still quite clear, you might be able to sell it for anywhere $95,000. These prices vary by market demand. You can also consider local coin shops or coin fairs, where collectors and dealers often gather. Talking to an expert can help you determine a fair asking price based on current market trends. So is your 1978 Australia 5-cent coin worth keeping? For collectors, the answer is often yes, even if the coin isn't especially valuable. Over time, coins from specific years become harder to find in good condition. And there's always a chance that demand could rise. If you're passionate about coins or enjoy the history, it's worth adding to your collection. Next up, we're diving into a fascinating topic: the value of the Australia 5-cent 1982 coin in the collector market today. Whether you've stumbled across this coin in your change or you've been collecting for years, this is one coin you definitely want to know more about. Let's take a quick look at the Australia 5-cent 1982 coin. This little coin features an image of a spiny anteater or echidna, which has been a beloved symbol of Australian wildlife since the coin's introduction in 1966. The reverse side showcases the anteater with the inscription 5 cents, while the obverse displays the classic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. The 5-cent coin was part of the pre-decimal currency in Australia that transitioned to the current decimal system in 1966. By 1982, the coin had been in circulation for over 16 years. These coins were widely used in everyday transactions during the 80s, but as time went on, their circulation dwindled. In fact, the Royal Australian Mint stopped producing these coins in 1992, and now they're seen as more of a collector's item than a regular currency. So why is the 1982 Australia 5 cents coin such a hot commodity in today's collector market? The main reason is its rarity. Over the years, the mintage of 5-cent coins, especially those from the early 80s, has become limited. Many of the coins from this era were heavily circulated and have since been lost or damaged. Coins in circulation often show wear and tear, which affects their value. However, if you manage to find an Australia 5 cents 1982 coin in unusually good condition or even uncirculated condition, it can be worth much more than its face value. Now, let's get to the most important part. What is this coin actually worth today? In circulated condition, you might still find this coin priced at face value, or just a few cents above. But here's where it gets interesting. Depending on the condition of the coin, its value could significantly rise. For coins that are in mint or uncirculated condition, their value could range anywhere $87,000. Attend coin fairs and auctions. Collectors often gather in these settings, and it's an ideal environment to find coins in better condition or even sell one from your collection. Now, for some tips if you want to start collecting or selling the Australia 5 cents 1982 coin. First, always inspect the condition of your coins. If you're selling, make sure to clean the coin only if necessary, but don't over-polish it. Excessive cleaning can diminish its value. Additionally, try to find a reputable coin grading service if you believe your coin is in mint or near mint condition. A certified grade can significantly impact the sale price. So whether you've come across an Australia 5 cents 1982 coin by chance or you've been actively hunting for it, the collector market today shows it can be worth much more than its face value. Condition is key, and in some cases these coins can command surprising prices. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips and market insights, and leave a comment down below about any interesting finds you've had in your own collection.